bomb blast shatters the air. A soldier plunges into darkness. Buried alive beneath Afghan soil. For 6 months, he survives on drops of water and memories of love, clutching a diamond ring in his bloodied hands. Finally rescued, he rushes home to his girlfriend, only to find empty rooms and wedding invitations scattered like shrapnel across the floor. His homecoming becomes her wedding's funeral. A huge explosion rocked the ground before Captain Mark Anderson's eyes. In an instant, his whole squad vanished in a blinding flash of light and debris. The searing heat of flames surrounded him as he tumbled into darkness, his combat vest barely protecting him from the jagged rocks that became his prison. Trapped in a narrow cave beneath the Afghan desert, Mark's world shrank to the size of a coffin. The only light came from the small screen of his satellite phone, now useless without signal, illuminating the velvet box containing a pink diamond ring he'd carried through 3 tours of duty. For 6 hellish months, he fought to survive. The dripping of distant groundwater kept him alive, each precious drop a battle to collect. He scratched marks on the cave wall, counting days, whispering his beloved girlfriend Michelle's name like a prayer. At night, the darkness brought insurgent voices above, forcing him to stay silent despite the searing pain and hunger. Back home, Michelle received the news of the explosion, but her mourning was a masterclass in deception. While Mark lay trapped in his underground hell, surviving on drops of muddy water and fragments of hope, his girlfriend had already begun weaving her web of deceit. She slipped into the embrace of Nick Harrison, heir to Rochester's billionaire real estate mogul. 184 days of darkness. 184 days of whispering her name through cracked lips. By some miracle, or perhaps divine intervention, the brave captain's heart refused to stop beating. Each labored breath was a promise to return home. Each painful moment endured by clutching a rain-stained photo of the woman he believed was mourning him. The sound came like a dream at first, the rhythmic thump of helicopter blades cutting through his feverish delirium. American voices pierced the darkness that had become his world. "Captain Anderson, can you hear us? Dear God, he's alive!" When they pulled him from that earthen tomb, he was barely recognizable. Uniform in tatters, skin as pale as death. But his right hand, bloodied and dirt-caked, still gripped that velvet ring with the strength of a dying man's last wish. Through parched lips, he managed 3 words that would haunt everyone. "I need Michelle." The medics exchanged glances, knowing nothing of the cruel twist that awaited this broken warrior. As the helicopter lifted him from the valley of death, Mark finally allowed himself to smile. He had survived hell itself to return to his love, unaware that she had already traded his combat boots for designer loafers. The military hospital staff watched in awe as he fought through physical therapy. "My girlfriend's waiting," he'd say through gritted teeth, pushing his broken body to heal. But Michelle's phone had been disconnected, her social media gone dark. When the broken warrior finally reached their driveway, autumn leaves crunched under his uncertain steps. The empty house told a story his heart refused to believe. Dust-covered photos and unopened bills painted a picture of abandonment that cut deeper than any war wound. Desperate for answers, Captain Anderson tracked down Michelle's best friend. The moment she saw him, her face drained of color, her designer handbag slipping from her trembling fingers. "Mark, you're alive?" she gasped, backing against the marble wall. His steel-hard gaze demanded truth, and Laura crumbled under its weight. "She's getting married next week," she whispered, each word a dagger to his heart. "To Nick Harrison, the billionaire's son. They've been together since your deployment." The betrayal ignited something in Mark. Not the explosive rage of combat, but a cold, calculated need for justice. He spent the next week planning his mission with military precision, every detail orchestrated for maximum impact. The Eastman House gardens glittered with wealthy excess as Mark slipped into the reception. Crystal champagne flutes caught the light like the glinting scope of a sniper rifle. He waited, watching Michelle laugh in her designer wedding dress, playing the role of blushing bride. When the best man rose, Mark moved with the deadly grace of a special forces operator. "Mind if I go first?" His voice cut through the celebratory chatter like a combat knife. Michelle's crystal champagne glass crashed to the floor as her perfectly painted lips parted in silent horror. There he stood, not a ghost, but flesh and blood, the soldier she'd betrayed, the hero she'd left for a billionaire. In her designer wedding dress, she faced the living embodiment of her darkest sin. "I spent 6 months in darkness," Mark's voice carried across the stunned silence. "Trapped under Taliban territory, rationing drops of water, dreaming of your face." He pulled out the pink diamond ring, its brilliance accusatory under crystal chandeliers. "While I fought to survive, you were building a life with someone else?" The groom stood, confusion warring with dawning horror. "What is this?" "Show him the photos on your old phone, Michelle," Mark commanded. "The ones from our 3 years together. The promises you made while I served overseas. Or should I?" Michelle's carefully constructed world crumbled as the groom's family lawyer materialized with damning prenup papers. As security approached, Michelle's best friend approached the devastated captain. "I searched for you," she said softly, "every day while she shopped for wedding dresses. I never lost faith." Mark looked at her differently now, seeing the truth that had been there all along. As Captain Mark Anderson walked away from the shattered wedding, he realized that some battles aren't fought with bullets, but with truth.